Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Twitch. Good afternoon, Twitch. Rich Roberts with Tony D here on the Twitch, and we've got I don't know. Let me check the volume here on the Twitch.
You're good on mine.
We're good. Okay,
Yeah,
Tony's can see it. This is sort of an impromptu, spur of the moment, one of those things, and we'll probably have a good broadcast because of it. Let me check the. We got good audio. Good audio. Okay, I got the Surface 3. You're looking great, Tony. You're looking great, man.
I didn't expect that from you, but you know.
But we're live here on Twitch, and I have not tweeted this out because I was just telling Tony here, and he's fully aware of it. I'm taking a break from Twitter because of the recent events that we had. We'll be talking about that as far as that goes, and such. But I want to thank Tony for accommodating me this 4th of July weekend. Called part of the celebration of this great country that Tony and I live in, the United States of America. It's birthday, and we're very, very happy that and Tony, I think, feels mutual about this. We're very honored that we have served and stuff as far as that. I think it's made us better people and stuff like that. But Tony, how you doing? Thank you for coming up and accommodating me. I greatly appreciate
good, man.
it.
I'm taking it easy today. Taking some downtime. So when I got the notification, I said, "Oh yeah, sure. I got plenty of time. I got a good hour at least."
Okay, yeah, yeah. I did the audio podcast this morning, and that's about all the time I had. I got it down to 55 minutes, and the app. I knew there was an hour limit, but I usually when I use the app, okay, we're going in the yellow. I'm not sure. Just to interject, I'm in the red right now.
You're a little blurry.
Okay, yeah, it's settling in, so give it a chance to settle.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Okay, because Twitch, there's something going on with Twitch that I've noticed on some other broadcasts.
It's not just Twitch. Not just Twitch.
Yeah, as far as
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, a lot of people's internet connections are acting up globally.
That's what I'm hearing too, as far as that goes. So, like down in the right-hand corner of my my OBS, the CPU rate is right at 0.2 frames per second. I've got 53 kbs, which is really pegged out. But the red, I think that's the encoder. It's going red, and just give it a minute, and it might settle in here, as far as that goes.
You got your windows closed?
Yeah, the only thing I have open is my OBS and a page for Twitch guest stars.
Are your other browsers closed?
Well, I can't close the one browser I have open is the guest stars. You got to have guest stars open.
Right. So.
But everything else is done. As far as that goes.
Might be a twist. It's all good. I'm all right.
And it's saying it's determining quality as far as in the backstage. So I guess Twitch is thinking to see what type of quality we have.
Mm-hmm.
As far as that goes, so we'll just hang here for just a few. Went orange, yellow, and I was broadcasting yesterday. I started a new game here on Twitch. I got back into the Guild Wars, but Guild Wars 2. It's up. So
you got another game? Yeah, I saw you popped up yesterday.
Yeah. So I got after 42 minutes. I got interrupted just like I am now. So.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been having some thunderstorms up here, so I as far as that goes.
We had storms all last week.
Really?
Yeah, all last week we had storms. I mean, we had monster thunderstorms.
Right. Yeah, it's the encoder or something. I got to play around with the settings again, I think.
Take your time.
Yeah. But how's it looking on your side? Good?
Yeah, it's clearing up, and it's going in now. So
yeah, I'm looking this on the, let me see let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm seeing us moving on the Surface 3, so and the sound is good. Your picture's clear, so I'm gonna go with that stuff.
Yeah, I'm good.
But what is it? We all know what the latest news is. When Tony was on last night with his music here on Twitch, and you're aware. What's your thoughts about the latest Twitter? What am I going to call this? I don't call it an issue. I call it concern. But it's supposed to be quote temporary. The viewer limit, I should say.
I saw a couple people posting on it, and I was like, the subscribers have a limit on tweets that they can post or read? I wasn't sure.
No, it's to read. It's the view. It's I think the
The
current thing.
view,
Yeah.
which is crazy, and I'm kind of with you on that. If you're paying for it, why are you limiting it? I understood that. To me, I just started the blue check mark thing. I said I was going to try it because remember when I told you a couple months ago you could monetize on Twitter?
Yep.
They changed it more than once, and I
Okay.
did see that because at first it was 500 people, be at least 18, and post a certain number of tweets within 30 days.
Right.
I just didn't have the 500 followers. That's why I was working on the 500 followers. So once I got it, I said I'm gonna go ahead and get it. Mind you, I had got it right before the weekend started.
Right.
I went ahead and said I'm gonna try it this month because when I hit 500, the day I hit 500, I said I'm gonna get it. So I got it and I tried it. I said now let me see what's gonna happen. Then I saw when everybody said they could only read a certain number of tweets. I'm like, what do you mean you can only read a certain number of tweets? They never limited it, and I understood where people's fury was coming from. So they pulled their subscriptions back, or they were just mad about it. And I'm sitting here like I'm scrolling. I can still see any and everybody.
Right.
I don't know how many tweets you all are reading on a day. That's like watching the news, which I give you that.
Right.
I don't think I hit 1,000 tweets in a day just reading. I
Well,
don't even repost tweets that I like.
now,
I see
do you
or
have the
see
blue
what I-
check mark?
I just got the blue check mark this
Okay,
month.
so the blue check mark. Now, the latest when it started out was real low, but the latest is 10,000 if you've got the blue check mark, which you're verified, and then after that it goes to 1,000 for unverified. But even though I've had an account for 14 plus years, I'm put 1,000, and that my biggest beef against Elon Musk and Twitter is that gap between 1,000 and 10,000. Couldn't you at least made it 2,000? Because I almost
This is what I see.
you
This
almost
is what I see, and you caught me with that.
yeah
To get hang on, and I'm gonna pull it up for you too.
yeah
To get the blue check mark, you have to
pay $8.
have 500. No, it's 11.
Oh, 1,100. Okay, you have to
Yes,
have
it's
number of
$11.
viewers. Okay, there is a restriction. Okay,
So let me see what we got here. Let's tell you about the description. Monetization. Okay. Eligibility. Subscribe to Twitter Blue or verified organizations. Okay. 500 followers. Active in the past 30 days. Be at least 18 years old. That's what I saw.
right.
So when you said what you said, it threw me for me. I'm like, I remember when there was 10,000 followers at the beginning of the year. They
No,
decreased.
I'm just talking about this is views they're allowing you. This is you watch if you bring up
I don't see that anywhere. I wish I could
that's
screenshot
been in the
this.
news. It's not you're not going to find it. You look in the news, and this is what Elon came out. He says every Twitter user, if you got the blue check mark, you can look at 10,000 tweets. That's it. Then you get shut down.
Why?
Because they're and for me, I can only look at it. My Saturday afternoon, I could not see any tweets.
I heard there was a couple people talking.
Yeah, at first I
was,
thought it was a Twitter power outage or something like that, but
Right.
no, they checked something to do supposedly the first excuse, and I'm going to call it excuse because there's been some people that are knowledgeable from before of the excuse that they're using initially that they had too much scraping for other startup AIs that Elon didn't want Twitter to be associated with, so he stopped it. Okay,
So it's an AI issue.
yeah, it has
It's
to.
a
Well,
bot.
supposedly because, but somebody that was part of Twitter came out and said, no, we've had that problem before. So now, it basically you have to be signed in on your account to look. You can't even look offline at tweets anymore. You have to be signed into an account. And even if you're signed into your account, like me, I have 1,000 views. I think that's ridiculous because I use that up real quick. And now here's the other thing: if you're paid, if you're a blue check mark, and let's say you use they're changing the way TweetDeck. I'm a big I guess that's why I use it up because I got TweetDeck with all my news feeds. TweetDeck, when it's rolling, that's each time it's scrolling around, that's a view. You got people that have the blue check mark now, they're being restricted in a sense because once that TweetDeck eats up 10,000 views, it shuts down. It's all your columns are blank. Now, what I heard, TweetDeck as of today is going to go to a paid service, and it's going to be part of Twitter as far as you have to pay to use that. And I was a staunch, I was a strong TweetDeck user because I would like I said, huh?
I never used Tweet.
Well, if you use it where you're watching multiple things, I would have multiple news sources, multiple fire departments on, and stuff like that, and it eats it, you know. But and here's the real here's another reason suppose that came up that you may not have heard. Supposedly Twitter never paid their bill to Google for the servers. That one popped up. So I don't know. There's a whole bunch of these excuses.
Never.
Well, they're delinquent a little bit in paying their bills and stuff like that. And there's some people that are suing. That's popped up in the news. Here's my gut feeling is though, if you look at the 1,000 to 10,000, I think Elon. This is just my gut feeling, because I had this feeling once before here recently on somebody else's broadcast that I no longer subscribe to and stuff like that, or never subscribe to. Subscribe you have to pay here on Twitch. But anyway, I think Elon is trying to herd people to get that blue check mark to pay the $8. I think it's a money grab. That's my gut feeling.
There has to be a money grab. I doubt if he's making enough profit off of that platform. I got that. What you said about the AI just told me something.
Yeah. Oh, they've been doing that for years.
If they're working on bots, it changes things.
Yeah.
If they limiting people to tweets and they're not paying the bill to the server, they're telling me something else.
Right.
Based on something I heard somewhere else.
Right.
When you're up there with a lot of the long conversation, like what we used to have on the other platforms, it's wearing the servers out. I.e., all you Twitter Spaces people up there for 4, 5, 6, 7 hours.
That I haven't even seen anything on the Twitter Spaces. That's a very good point.
They're not talking about
that's got to be eaten up.
Yeah, I learned that on the backside. A lot of these long conversations, even some of these arguments, is killing the servers.
Exactly. Well,
I've learned that.
I think they have this. Like, I think Google has the servers, but I think Twitter doesn't pay for that much server. They only pay for so many servers. So if they exceed their servers, then that sort of, I guess there's probably something in line where they start shutting them down or something like that. But at any rate, I was at a loss. I'm not pissed or anything like that because it's their sandbox. But I just thought it was disingenuous that 1,000 views for me and anybody that's in the unverified, even though I don't like being called unverified. I've been using Twitter for 14 and a half years. I always promote it.
For 14 years. I don't care. But I'm an actual person. I'm with you on that.
Yeah. That's exactly. When I say I'm an unverified, it's like, wait a minute. I sign in. I promote it. I look at the commercials for the advertisements and stuff. So that doesn't. So you can't even throw a measly extra 1,000 to make it 2,000. If it was 2,000, I can tell you quite honestly, if it was 2,000, I'd still be on it instead of taking the break that I am on now and stuff like that. But but I tell you, it's 2 full days because I did put a tweet out to let people know. Like I said before coming on here, I'm glad for the folks that are watching. I just took a chance that Tony might. We're using guest stars as far as Twitch. I sent them an invite. And there was a couple other people. I was thinking about throwing Ted, but I don't think Ted follows his. And even Michael Bathurst, I was going to throw him in, but I said
Bathurst screwed me up yesterday when I tried that other platform.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay.
He said if you broadcast next week, think of me.
Okay.
And I called him. I actually called him on Instagram.
Right.
I was going to hit him up and be like, "Yo, let's go."
Right.
I got time tonight because I wasn't coming in today. Actually, I hit him up on Facebook.
So if anything, this is an experiment that, because I can't use direct message. I won't. If I get it, I can't get a direct. I can't see a direct message because I don't have Twitter on my phone anymore. My phone, I have it deleted. It's off. I don't even bring a browser up in Twitter anymore. That would be the first thing I pop.
Rich is protesting Twitter.
Well, I'm taking a break. You can. It's not a protest if I go another. It's just like I want to see what Twitter does, and this is a good
public enemy on a social media platform.
Don't get me wrong. For the people that are watching this, don't get me wrong. I don't have any hard feelings against Twitter. I know there's some people that are really pissed at some of the news I've been going,
There are
But
people really pissed. Not just
but I have to say the 2 day, after my last tweet Sunday morning where I said, hey, I'm on Truth Social. That's where I'm at right now. So you need to get, I tried to look to see if you're on Truth Social and you're not. And you're not going to get on there? No. Okay, we reconnected, so we might have the same
oh,
stream
yeah, it
going.
did cut off. I see it. It cut off.
Okay. So the folks we're back connect. Oh, we're back in the green now. Maybe that's what we had to do. Okay,
Just popped back up.
just like this. Oh, okay. I just got the okay. That looks like a chat though. Is that a whisper?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. For those folks that are watching, we had a quick disconnect. We're back connected, as far as that goes. Um, okay, so I was aware of that. Okay, oh, that's interesting. But I'm curious about this Instagram because there's something that's going to be going on. Let me bring you up here. Let's see. Following. Let's see. Am I following you? I better be following you. There you are. Okay, so if I hit you. Oh, I see. I just hit the three dots and then I can send you a message. Where do I message you? Oh, there it is. It's right there. Message. Okay, I got it. I got it. Okay, we're connected. I don't have that many followers. You're one of the few followers on because Instagram is Facebook. See, that's the thing about this Twitter thing. I'm probably going to be using Facebook a little bit more, and it just burns me because I don't like Facebook, but I want to be connected. So here's the other thing. Those people, there's a lot of people. I'm interested to see if it's going to be a dent in Twitter as far as the people that don't use Twitter
I
here.
don't think it's going to be enough of a major dent because Twitter was designed for the celebrities, and you to follow celebrities in the first place. What's up, Helen?
Hey, Helen. Hello. Thank you
A
for
lot of
being
people
here.
are going up there with a lot of these platforms that we have. We're going against their original purpose. The people who are there for the original purpose, they weren't there in the first
Right.
place. Everybody else can almost pretty much kick rocks. Yes, we help them get numbers. We help their business. We help with a lot of the transactions, but we're not doing their original purpose, i.e., Haps, i.e., Twitch. Nope. What is God's name? What is that?
This is something that Instagram. This is the breaking news on Instagram. They're going to be coming out July 6th, this Thursday, at 10 a.m. in the morning. They've got something that's called IG Threads. It's going to be. That's my reminder.
What the hell is IG Threads?
Okay, on your let me run you through this. Go to your you can do this. This is on the mobile, but on your bring up your IG app and go to a search bar. In the search bar, you're gonna just type thread. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say just type in thread. Now, do you see a little envelope off to the right?
Yes.
Touch the envelope. And by doing so, I think you just reserved your name, your handle for IG Threads.
Okay, I appreciate it.
That's the news that came out because the other one that's been out there, but they had to shut down all the invites to be utilized for people that are leaving Twitter or don't like Twitter and they want something else. There is Blue Sky. You've heard of Blue Sky? It's an invite only. That's Jack Ramsey. Lady Leg, none of the actual celebrities on Twitter have bothered to buy blue ticks. It's a lot easier to spot.
Right.
Yeah.
She's right.
Yep. That's true, Helen. True. Twitter is a bust. It's on its way. Time will tell, Helen. I'm taking a Twitter break. I haven't used Twitter in 2 days. I can tell you honestly, I thought I was jerk. I'm not addicted. I want to say I'm not addicted, but you have that routine. I've been doing that routine for like 14 plus years with Twitter, and I just decided, you know what? And I have taken completely back away from the internet as a whole because of real world situations, death in the family or something like that. That's a little different, but this is my normal thing. I found okay, what am I doing? I'm not looking at Twitter again. It's sort of like. But we do have alternatives. Like I said, for my 30-day, my 1 month Twitter break, then I'm not going to be using Twitter, not using DMs or anything like that. I'm over on Truth Social. Helen, I use it a lot, but I'm going to ask all my followers to migrate over to Instagram and say. Now, are you aware of Instagram Threads?
You know what's crazy? You know what that is?
What's that?
Instagram Threads is nothing but Facebook Messenger for Instagram. I
But
just read it. That's exactly what it is.
yeah, but if you put Instagram Threads in a Google and you look at the well, if you go over, I think there's pictures of it on the and you can actually download the app on
Can't
the
download
Apple's.
it yet. I'm looking at it. You can't download it yet.
Oh, okay. On
It
the
says
Apple, you can't download it. Now I've only seen pictures of it, and it's sort of Twitter lookage. It looks like Twitter.
that is Facebook Messenger for Instagram. That's exactly what it is. As I look at it, as I just read it, you know how Facebook had the you could do the messages, but you had to get Messenger separate.
Right, right.
That's exactly what IG Threads is.
Okay, so maybe they're just expanding it a little bit more. But
They're
it's a,
expanding it Facebook wise.
but
Yes.
here's the thing, Tony. It's something. It's a little bit separate because it has its own app, though.
Yeah, but you don't need it unless they make you, which is what made people mad about Facebook. When Facebook came out with
Oh,
Facebook
okay.
Messenger,
You don't necessarily.
they made
Okay,
everybody get Facebook Messenger separately. You don't need it separately when
Okay.
you already got it on the app in the first place.
gotcha. But I guess
That's exactly what they do.
my point is, it's just another alternative that is out there and stuff like
Another
that.
app to download. It's another way for them to spread their business out and to spread their money out, so they don't.
Well,
get
if you
taxed.
like I said, I Instagram, and I'm not a Facebook fan, but Instagram is part of Facebook. But the thing of it is, let's see, Helen. I love your comments, Helen. I wish I could bring you up, but I think we already got disconnected once. I would love to bring you up on here, as far
Just
as
to mess with something.
Let-
I haven't seen it. You telling me something now, Helen? I haven't seen that.
let's
at
see,
all.
haven't heard of it, but it was weird. A month or so ago, blue ticket appeared next to my name. Oh, blue tick appeared next to your name and then disappeared. So instead, are clearly messaging with someone. No, I can't come. Okay, Helen, no problem there. I appreciate your comments though. I did tell you when that happened, actually, Tony. As far as
Okay.
is that before? Okay, because I know Helen was she was going for being verified. That was before the paid version. So maybe you got verified, Helen. I'm just throwing this out. You can say I'm right or wrong, but you were
She might have
verified
got verified. You're right.
on the old, and then that's when Elon decided, well, everybody's going to have to pay for it. That's why you lost it or something. I don't know. It just I wasn't aware of that. I know you were because I remember some tweets as far as you more than deserve to be verified, given the fact that some of the people I've seen verified, how the hell did they get verified?
Exactly. Exactly.
So, this is going to help me go through my Twitter withdrawals, though, Tony. Talking about it, I feel like a recovering addict.
I'm gonna save you a headache with as much as you do with Twitch. You already have Messenger on Twitch. You can save all of that right there.
Yeah. I got a good.
And your
Well, the
Twitch
following and the people I care about that come in, they're all from Haps and stuff. Good people. I think prior to that, I had I was losing all the community that I was associated with the audio side and stuff. And most of those people, they left Twitter before Elon Musk, and they're over on. There's other sites like Mastodon, which it's
They're
okay,
all over.
but
They're everywhere.
yeah, everybody's spread out. So I've got a long list of where we can follow. So I'm again, this is a good test as far as before coming on that if I message you on, well, now that I know you're on Instagram, I got two sources and stuff as far as that goes. And if I need to get a hold of Ted, you got him on cell phone, so you can just call him up and stuff. So.
Well, I got everybody on everything on purpose. I used to always get
Yeah,
asked, why you
yeah.
on so many platforms? I said, because everybody's not on the same one. And I always emphasize, right before we left Haps, we made sure we could find each other any and everywhere. And that's why I learned that.
Yeah.
Some people don't want to be on Twitch.
Oh.
Others don't want to be on Facebook. Others don't want to be on Twitter. So I spread myself.
Yeah, Helen would say not Twitter, Instagram. There's a blue
Yeah.
check mark on Instagram.
She said she got check on Instagram, yeah.
Really? Okay, I'm sorry, Helen. I thought you meant Twitter. Okay, it appeared that on Instagram, then disappeared. I think they were messing around with some. Oh, I see now. Okay, yes, I was attempting to be verified because there are fake accounts of. Oh, I see on Instagram. But now that anyone can buy a blue check, it means
It means
Absolutely.
absolutely. She's correct. We talked about that
Oh,
when
you
it
can
first
buy the
started.
blue check on Instagram. I didn't
Anybody
know.
can buy the blue check on
I,
Twitter. Anybody can buy it. That was the discussion. Any
okay.
and everybody can have it, even the fake accounts. So you can't verify nothing. That blue check don't
Gotcha.
mean nothing.
Gotcha.
It
Okay.
was supposed to mean you was an actual person. This was your actual account, but you can put it on
Right.
any account that you
Right.
want to by
Right.
paying
I
for it.
didn't
That's
realize that.
everybody's beef. I got that. Yes,
I did not realize that. Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting.
exactly. That was the issue with it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's but that's the big thing I wanted to talk about as far as
Good morning,
that.
ma'am.
As far who's that?
I hear the dishes in the background.
Oh, that's just a family member getting some
Oh,
lunch.
family member. I'm sorry.
It's like
I thought that was her again.
okay, but no, it's just it's something I'm very interested to see how this is going to pave out. I'm very interested. Matter of fact, the family member has um, a I wasn't aware of this. The Blue Sky, you have to be an invite. Oh, here's something for you, Tony. It's like I signed up for Blue Sky. I'm waiting for my invite.
I heard you talk about Blue Sky. What is Blue Sky?
It's sort of like it's by Jack. What's Jack's last name? The guy who used to run Twitter there. Jack.
I don't know who that was.
Oh, the former CEO before Elon bought. They had it's dubbed pretty much it's the Twitter people that were with Twitter before Elon came.
Elon took
And
over,
it could have been, and they started it back when I wasn't promoting radio stuff. I would probably just delete all the social. Oh, okay, that's true, Helen. Yeah. But Blue Sky, it's been around. It's just been invite only here recently. And it was going to be, I think, from what I initially heard about it a couple years back, it was supposed to be Twitter 2.0. So it's going to be Twitter like. There's some differences and stuff like that. You're gonna have to look up and read on it. But Jack Dempsey, okay, I can't think of his last name. But anyway, it's invite only. But to get an invite to this, upwards to $300 for an invite.
Jack Dorsey.
Dorsey, okay, yeah.
Decentralized social network.
There are some people I'm
Really?
probably going to block. I don't like the shit on their comments timeline. Yes, it's triggering.
No,
Yes.
I can believe that because people
Yeah.
be putting up some very disrespectful
Right.
posts. I agree
Yes.
with that.
Yeah. Yeah. That should be an automatic, and then you're just taking care of them. But the Blue Skies, the family member has one, offered to give me an invite, and I said no, that's okay. And then when I stated that it cost $300, he's like, wow. Now that's what I heard recent because everybody is bailing, and I heard that most of the sports news people might be migrating in droves over to Blue Sky once it opens widely.
Really?
That's the latest I heard. I heard something that on the low key right now that they're not happy with Twitter, and that's what's going on with all the I was holding my breath, but this viewer the view restriction there where I only got 1,000 views. It just didn't wash with me. So I'm one step away. I know there's been an ongoing exodus, I guess, in a manner of speaking, from Twitter to other sites and stuff like that. But I did hear that. I saw that in a news article that they didn't state which news or sports entities and stuff like that. But it might be people just don't really care for Elon and him handling Twitter. That's the initial.
mean, people have had issues with Elon before he bought Twitter, and a lot of the attention is on Elon with what he's going to do with Twitter. They want to see what moves he's going to make.
Yeah.
What I think, and I'm gonna go ahead and say this: some people don't want to be told what they can and can't say. The problem with a bunch of them is how damn disrespectful a bunch of them are.
Oh yeah, and they hide behind the fact of.
And
Yeah.
I will admit that I'm seeing more of an issue from the disrespectful people
Yeah.
more than anything. I
Yeah.
know the people that's calling things
Yeah.
out and putting things on blast, trying to save people. I know
And
they
we're
got
frozen
booted and they got
again.
brought back.
Okay. Did we disconnect?
Yeah, you froze for a minute. You're back now. You did freeze
Okay.
for a minute.
Yeah, it's a little
Um,
spotty, Helen. So we're just going with it.
Even former President Trump, when he got put off, that he got let back on. a lot of those controversial
But
speakers.
he's been let back on, but he hasn't come back at all. He's still over on Truth Social.
Yeah, he hasn't come back yet, but he's let back on. See, Elon let a lot of people come back. The problem we're going to have right now, the people who like going up in here and just doing a whole lot of this.
Yeah.
In my opinion, what
Yeah.
I miss about a lot of these social media sites, when we would have decent conversations, rational conversations, putting notes together instead of the trolling, instead
Right.
of the arguing. It's
Right.
ridiculous.
Right.
Even when I listen to some of these Twitter spaces out here, some of the people, they talk like they're doing a presentation or they're doing a business. Others are arguing. Others are rambling. Others are arguing. I mean,
It's ridiculous. I know what you're saying.
it is. It is. It's irrational. It's immature. It doesn't look grown at all.
Gotcha.
And people don't realize that a lot of those conversations taking service. I think we actually got told that from the people on the former platform. A lot of what we were doing was taking up a lot of space. Now, when I had the conversation with Carmen last week when I was on her show, we was talking about how much people were just hanging out in our broadcast. I said that's exactly what it was. We were
Right.
hanging out. And that's mainly what we're doing. Some of us are broadcasting before. A lot of times we were just hanging out. She said it tripped her out how people were just up there doing nothing. She was correct. A lot of people just up there doing nothing. I would be up there listening to any and every conversation, jumping in, hanging out, tripping out, saying what's up to everybody. I was having fun with it.
Right.
What they're designed for originally is what we keep missing. And what we've been doing outside of the original purpose is what's messing a lot of these platforms up, in my opinion.
Right. That's interesting. That is interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we got to look at that aspect. You're not supposed to go up there and act like you're in the backyard. You're supposed to go up there and do something. When we try to live stream, when we try to broadcast, when we try to put some type of a show together, they don't have a problem with that. If you're just news, but you're doing something else, cool. If you're sports and you're doing something else, cool. We come to Twitch. Twitch was mainly for the gamers when we first got up there. I know this is mainly for the gamers back in the early 2010s.
I think it's changed though. It's bandwidth. Okay.
It is bandwidth, exactly. She's correct. And that's what we got told. There's bandwidth, and then for your device, mind you, Hats was really making stuff hot. I know my phone had got hot a couple times.
Right.
The data on my phone.
Oh yeah, the heat problem. Oh yeah, I remember
Yes.
that. There's
Yes.
when I think of Haps and heat problem, I think of Uke Berry.
Which I didn't understand.
She had like a $5,000
$5,000
computer that almost.
Oh, that happened to me. I get it now. With this other app,
You can
remember
turn that light
Airtime?
on. Yeah.
You remember Airtime?
Right. Right. Yeah.
Airtime changed to Cantina.
Oh, okay. It's Cantina now.
We got the same issue there right now. Some of our
Oh.
phones get hot. When I get off work and I'm walking from my job to the parking lot, which is about a 10, 15-minute walk,
Right.
if I'm on Cantina in the summer, my phone cuts itself off. It's too hot.
Yeah. Let's see. Helen
Mind you,
says.
I got a 12. I got an iPhone 12. This
Right.
is not an old phone. It's getting hot.
Okay.
So to everybody out there with your devices, your phone's getting hot because of the bandwidth, the storage, and I think also the what's the other word? Those two primarily.
Right. Right.
Depending on how much you're up there, and depending on how much we're using it, you're wearing your
Right.
devices out.
And Helen says
That is a real issue.
as far as the storage, and that's why Elon deleted all the Periscope archives that we were told they would keep too much storage. Airtime also is overheating phones, like Tony just said.
Yes, it
and I'm
is.
saying this is the comments. We have Helen, who is Lady Leg 01. I invite her up, but we got to, I don't know, there's
She can't
something
come up,
going on.
right?
It's not that stable and stuff like that, but she's in the comments. I want to read her comments because she's very knowledgeable on the aspects that Tony and I are talking about. And I appreciate the comments. You are supposed to report it as it happens.
Mind
Yeah.
you, these apps, with a lot of the conversation, a lot of times that we're up there, a lot of the talking that we do, it's the storage, like you said,
Right.
and it's the bandwidth, like you said.
Yeah.
It's the data usage, like you said. I'm telling y'all.
Right.
That's what's going on with these
Right.
apps, and they got to change up everything that they're doing in the background.
Gotcha.
They have to change all that up, but we also got to change up what we're doing on these platforms. All of us.
Right.
We can't just sit up there and just ramble all damn day about nothing.
No, you gotta have
We can't sit up there and just argue
you
over
gotta have a
nothing.
content
We can't
and
do that.
yeah and as far as that goes, just that's why I like to have an outline of what I'm doing and stuff. Let's see. Helen says you're supposed to shake the phone twice to report it in real time. The Airtime team told me that personally, but no one is listening. You're supposed to shake your phone. Oh wow.
Yes, when you, that was on the iPhone. I think about The past about 2 iPhones ago, I noticed that up there first. If you turn your phone sideways real fast, it
Right.
will pop up report a problem. So
Okay.
right now, Cantina, she actually told me about this. They actually said that issue happens. Shake it, you'll see it, and they want to know when it's going away.
Really? Okay. That's
Yes, they
wow.
want to know. They
S-
want to know. Yes.
Somebody in the R&D stumbled on something. As a
Well,
that
it
doesn't
happened
seem
with the
like a
previous.
long-term correction. It just seems like a short-term there. Just a
Well, they got to know about it to fix it,
yeah,
i.e., the previous
yeah,
pandemic. They don't
yeah,
know enough to fix it. They
yeah,
want real time reports so they can exactly they can
yeah.
rectify things on the back end.
So
Exactly.
yeah, and how else can they fix? Yeah, that's true, Helen. They have to if they're not getting feedback, how are they gonna you can complain about, it, but give them constructive feedback so they can act on it and stuff like that. But
I could challenge that. I think they do know. They just need us to report it.
well, that's the thing. Yeah, that's true, Tony. You don't know how much they know and stuff like that, and but
I think they do know. But
yeah,
they just need us to report it
yeah.
to fix it, which I understand.
Says yeah. See,
And I tried to report it 2 days ago.
right,
When it happened to me, I
right.
was like, I put the message in there and sent it.
And if enough people
Honestly,
feel that embedded into the actual app, whatever they're using, then that accumulative. Look at Haps. Look at how many times as a group we all complain we're reporting about the same issue and stuff like that. Helen says it gives them all
all
of
the info they need in
they
real
need
time.
real
Exactly.
time. Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's interesting. So I just but I'm gonna be trying to get on. I think with that thing I showed you about Instagram, that reserves your name for that
I just
particular
did it.
on the Instagram threads as far as that goes, and I'll
I just
probably
did
be
it
on
just because
that.
you told me. I'm
Yeah.
reserved.
Well,
I just
that just
reserved my.
came out this morning. I'm looking at this. It's like, whoa, because this is all this and the more readdressing Blue Skies, the interest in that. They had such an influx past weekend. They had to shut down the invitations. They had so many. So they want to go
But the
slow.
sportscasters are going over there, Rich.
That's something I'm going to keep an eye on. I can't. I
You know
can't.
why I say that?
Why is it?
Because ESPN just let go of all their people.
Okay.
Well, not all of, but a lot. They let go of a lot of people that we watch on the regular. So if all of them are going to go over there, that site is going to go crazy.
Right. Right. Okay.
Mind you, ESPN got rid of a lot of people that we are favorites of,
Right.
and they've been doing this. It's a major sweep. So I want to see what they're going to do on this other platform.
Right.
I don't have much of an issue with ESPN. It's not what it was to us in the '90s.
Oh no, it's a Sports Center and all that.
It's
Oh my God,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. I used to
not what it
love
was
sport.
to us in the
I remember being back in the service, and my second time through Italy, there we had the Armed Forces Radio at Sports Center. I was glued to that. Sports Center was great back then. Let's see.
We all love sports.
Helen says, but on happens, we need to send screenshots and emails of all the devices and browsers detail. When you shake the phone, you don't need to send any of that. They have it all. Yeah. Oh, on Haps, yeah. Oh, but on Haps, we needed to. Yeah, that was. We didn't do that initially. I think the screenshots on Haps. That's true, Helen. As far as the feedback and stuff, but so it just.
What he's doing, yeah.
But you're
What he's doing on airtime, he's trying to be more
so
immediate and more responsible.
did you experience anything Saturday as far as a shutdown on your Twitter at all this weekend or anything like that?
I did not that I knew of. No.
Oh, you did.
And
I
wasn't
had
on
a
Twitter.
hard yeah. I had a hard stop after about like
I'm
11.
not on Twitter that much to where I would have seen it, but I did see when people were posting those
Gotcha.
comments. I
Yeah.
think Helen was one of them. Somebody else saw something, so I was like, okay, something's going on with
Something.
Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was I expecting something different? Yeah. And the first thing that was coming to my mind was they working on this and they working on that.
Right.
I remember he asked them to update the software for Periscope, so I thought it was going to be a software issue in there, and I didn't worry about it.
Right. Yeah. I
But it
initially.
was an issue with a few folks.
Yeah, I was the same way. Initially saw the input coming in Saturday morning. It's like, okay. And then after lunch, I'm looking at this. And then on my tweet deck, I'm missing columns. I said, what's going on here? And then it was shortly after that, it was down hard. I'm like, I can't get on. And that's when I started looking at the article, the news and stuff. And I like on Google, and I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? Then that was when the restriction was it 600? Oh, it was a lower setting than the 10,100. So
And
yeah,
there's no way I had read. That was her point.
there's
There
no
was
way I
she had
had read
posts.
600.
Yeah, I haven't read. I don't read 1,000 posts a day. I don't. I'm not on Twitter that hard. I read that much on Facebook, or at least I used to. But I'm not on there. That
You were
much.
only
That
on for
be
10
issue.
minutes. That's the thing. I keep mine up, so and sometimes I guess when I hit it, it scrolls. Like it'll come up, I'll be sitting idle, and then it'll say you have 104 posts. I'll hit that, and maybe that counts as my 100. You know, that's why I went so quick. I let it sit in idle, but I come back and I look at it and I hit the button, and then Helen. Then he said I did it, so you would all go and touch the grass. Oh yeah, that's that comment right there, Helen. Have you ever seen the movie? Was it Real One?
Ready Player One. Ready Player One. I'm going to tell you,
yeah.
Rich.
I got
oh my goodness.
You
kept saying Real Player One. I was like, oh, I can't even jump this fast.
Ready Player One. I stand corrected. That's a line right out of Ready Player One at the end of the movie. As soon as I read that, I'm like, oh my God, don't tell me, Elon, you are a schmuck.
I have been telling people since the pandemic started, they're going to put us in a Ready Player One situation. People thought I was nuts. What is going on in society?
So does that make Elon the big bad guy in that movie?
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. You should call him a twat.
Twat, yeah. Thank you, Helen, for bringing that up. That's a good. That was a good. Then that's something that transpired. That I'm like, is he? He's being facetious. It's just like, don't talk. That's like you're talking down to me, buddy. You know, don't tell. You know, I'm a big boy. I've been around the world. You may have the billions and stuff, but I'm still. You know, it's just.
You're probably one of the other million people who've been complaining about it since that shit started.
I'm not complaining. Let me correct it. I'm going to correct you. I'm not complaining. I'm just concerned. Okay, I'm concerned. Now, if whatever route they go, no, serious. If whatever route, but as a consumer, I have choices. I'm not going to get upset. It's their sandbox, and I feel thankful that I was able to play in it. If I'm going to continue to play on it, well, let's see what the conditions are. I'm not complaining. I there's no sense in complaining.
I'm not saying you're complaining, but I would say you as much as others were aggravated at what happened. And
okay, I'll accept that. I was aggravated. Yes, I was aggravated.
You was aggravated with the situation as much as others.
Let's see.
And mind you, imagine you're in charge. Everybody knows who you are. They know they can talk to you directly. When it happens, everybody's coming at you.
Come on, Helen. What is?
I
think we meant that, didn't we? Okay. Yeah. But no, it was annoying and aggravated. I think I'm getting past that stage and stuff like that. But it's interesting because it's as much as when he bought the thing, he says open and free speech, and I don't think that's the case now with this.
I think he's still working on it.
Well, that's what they said about Periscope, but like Helen said, all the stuff is deleted. They were able to dig up a 2015 version so he could look at that video that he put up on.
Now ask yourself this question.
Okay.
When you own the platform, you looked at how people used to act on Periscope. Would you want that shit back?
No, I think there's more control. I think. Well, you got to remember back then, some of us were all young and dumb as far as when it came. We just overlooked it. We didn't block them, and we just sort of like, whatever and stuff. I think we're more active now. But I tell you, sometimes the trolls, they are and the bots. They can be very vicious.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I prefer this over this. This is what people miss more.
Right.
Being able to do this all the time, change your picture, change your name. Nobody can find out who you are. I can say what I want with no problem.
When Periscope first started, could you do that though, or was it just when they brought in the guests that the guests could do that?
When it first started, you was able to. The person who was broadcasting was on camera.
Okay.
Everybody else was just chatting.
Right.
Or they were commenting. Now, when you started bringing people up, you could turn your camera on. Sometimes you couldn't. You were just up there with the face, and that's it. So you would see up in the comments, you had a little thing on the bottom.
Yeah, I thought it was innovated at the time because it's just like I'm just listening. It's like it's a one.
Give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, but we'll have to see where this all goes. And again, I want to apologize for the power or the interruption in the broadcast. I'm just looking at the backstage here. We did. I guess it was 14 minutes. What is that? No, 16 minutes into the broadcast, we got disconnected and we're reconnected. But we're here with Tony D. I just took a chance on seeing if he could come up here on Twitch using Twitch guest stars, which I like using. I'm using OBS, and I'm thinking I'm having a little connection. I'm dropping frames. No call-ins were audio. Yes, I remember that, Helen. Yeah, the call-ins were audio only. They had three people. I think there was you were allowed three people, and then you could have your picture. As far as that goes, there was no video call-ins on Periscope. No, there wasn't. No, it was exactly. Let's get that straight. They were people. If you were broadcasting on Periscope, like if this was Periscope, I would have three boxes up here I could have of people audio. I thought that was pretty innovative at the time and stuff. So it was an actual call in. But I think the broadcaster could go in that mode also. So, I think if you're going to be live streaming, you should show your face. That's just me as far as that goes. And why live stream? Just keep it over on an, let's see, Helen must be someone important if I called him mid live stream, he wouldn't. But I appreciate you being here, Helen, in the comments and stuff. Thank you for your time and stuff like that. As far as that goes, I didn't have much going on. Well, today's our usually the holidays. I like just keeping it sort of low key and kick back. And 4th of July. This is an unusual 4th of July over here, the birthday of the United States, because it's on a Tuesday. Usually it's on a Monday or a Friday. So, usually they have a 3-day weekend, and that didn't happen. For some reason, the 4th, it's on the... so does that mean next year it'll be on a Wednesday? I don't know. I have to look at the calendar and stuff. But today is sort of kickback. It's a federal holiday as well as... but the missus, she went to the Walmart this morning as far as to get some stuff. And I just played around. I did my my audio podcast on Spotify. And I don't know if you were here, Helen, when I was telling you. I guess I found out there's a 60-minute limit of using the app, the Spotify for Podcasters app, because I got right at 55 and it started blinking red. Let's see, Helen, Ladyleg01, 100%. I said from day one that in order to use Periscope, everyone should have had to do one live stream showing face. That to activate the account. I like that. Wow, yeah, I agree with that. Wow, for live streaming, yes, it would have shown a lot of it would have solved a lot of problems. I agree with that totally, Helen. That's a good point. Good point as far as that goes. So, are you okay, Tony? Tony is back with us, and you have to go, or?
No, I don't have to go. I'm all right.
Okay, you're okay. You composed or whatever and stuff. Just yeah, calm down. Just don't get upset like I got upset about. No, that's joking. Showing.
Yeah, how's everybody doing?
Helen was just saying we're talking about Periscope. Probably when Periscope first started, they should have made it a requirement that if you were to use Periscope, you'd have to do at least one live stream to show your face, and then do that audio bit. I think that's a good. That would have been a good idea. Maybe even
here's my challenge to that. Here's my challenge to that. You maintaining your privacy on the internet.
Then, well, it comes if you're using that platform, you're giving up some of your privacy.
A lot of people did not. We have a lot of people up there. Once again, I always tell people, you never had to put your real face, your real name.
Right.
You never had to. You just had to make an account.
Yeah, but you're still talking, so that's. And
I'm with you with the conversation, but a lot of people don't put a lot of their. And Helen's a big stickler for that.
Right.
I give too much. Yeah. I give too much of myself. So
right.
I don't know if that would fly personally.
Then don't use the app. Yeah, and I would tend to agree with that, Helen. And
that's pretty much what it is. Don't use the app if you don't want to put yourself out there.
Exactly, and we seen those people over on Haps. I didn't really care for them, but they did have big mouths. I'll be straightforward. There were some people over there with some big mouths. No, you know who I'm talking about. The people that would just
I know quite a few people you're talking about. I know quite a few people.
Well, yeah, but you know one particular that had a flower of some sort that would, that was. I thought that was overkill. It was, okay, and trying to justify it, you're giving out more information than you should by that. So I don't want to even hear it. That was one of my bad spots as far as because I tangled with that individual on Mr. Bathurst.
Helen, that's my point. Too many people get away with too much because they are anonymous.
Exactly. Yep.
agree.
There's no
That was
argument
my
there.
emphasis
No
in this
argument there,
the
Helen.
whole point.
No
They
argument
do this
whatsoever.
with a fake picture and a fake name and
Yeah.
do what they want afterwards.
Yeah.
But this is what people miss, though.
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me. That's what people miss. I don't have to be
I don't
myself.
see
I don't
that.
have to shake you
I
up.
don't really
You know what
see
I-
that much of it here on Twitch, though. You know?
On Twitch, no.
Yeah.
Justifiably so. No.
Yeah.
However, if they don't broadcast, they can do it.
Right.
And
Right.
they are doing it. If they don't broadcast, they are
Yes,
doing
Rich Lots. Well, Tony streams with someone who has a big mouth who never reveals his. Whoops, caps. No problem with the caps, Helen. That's okay. Yeah, but you know, and that's how you. I think of the stuff we're talking about for the people that are watching this on the replay. That's the stuff that you know, as broadcasters, you become a better broadcaster if you're aware of these things and stuff. And as far as that goes, because there was a lot on the previous platform. I think we're all in agreement with that.
Oh, yeah.
And stuff. And
Now, mind you, I have more good times than bad.
oh God, yes, no, hands down, yes, yeah. Just
Yeah, I have more good
but-
times than bad. And that's why I get so excited about it and why I have me going so hard.
yeah,
And
and
it was also my cool down area. Every now
yeah,
and then.
and then swinging back to Twitter, I've had some great times using Twitter over the years and stuff, but if it comes to that point where they're going the route they're going eventually to where it's like, okay, you know, I know it's a business and I respect that and it's their sandbox and stuff like that. I stand by my opinion. Yeah, and that's why I value your opinion, Helen. Okay, it's just like it's a perspective. You know, you and me, we may not agree all the time. You know, but you're more knowledgeable on the things, especially on the music department and stuff like that, which is good. But it's just the fact that the things that we don't have control, like I don't have a control on what Elon does on Twitter, so why am I complaining
No,
about
we don't.
you know? So it's just I find it interesting, and if anything, you know, a month. I figured a month wouldn't be too bad to see what happens. So, but the thing is,
No.
if these changes keep on going the way they're going, where they're restricting it down to where you're going to have, and if they go, and I was on an audio platform that was like that. It was totally free starting out, and then it was eventually we knew it was going to go paid, and you know it was $15 a month for, and that seemed to be the standard. If you wanted to be a top line broadcaster and stuff, they didn't want the waste of. They used and abused the people that when they went through their beta changes on the apps and stuff, and when they finally got the product they want, hey, we're going paid service. You're either on board or on board. No, I'll exit stage left. Let's see, Lady Cat or I'm sorry, Leggy. Helen. Too many people who hide behind anonymous think they can do what. Yeah, we've seen. Yes, I agree with that, Helen. That's totally true. I've seen you tangle quite a few people over on that and I'm like, oh my God, it's just like it's. I saw the point that you're trying to get across, but it was just the other person up here was had a brain of stone. It wasn't seeping in. You like that one? No, some people are hard-headed and stuff. For FFS, I like.
It's about being argumentative. To me, I don't
Well,
mind
yeah,
being a part of the conversation, contributing to the conversation.
the discussion, yes.
But some people are just damn argumentative.
Yeah, they don't want to, you know, and I think you got a better conversation where if you have the conversation, even though you both disagree, but you still have a civil conversation and stuff like that.
I mean,
But when the other person, and I've seen this on with Helen many a time, she did get beat up on, and I'm surprised she stayed. You know, if that was me, I would have turned the channel right off, Helen. I'd probably brute by myself and stuff.
I've seen a couple people
You
get
took
beat
a
up.
lot of abuse over there. I got to be honest with you. You know, I think you got.
I've seen a lot of people take abuse. I agree.
Yeah, there was too much of it and stuff like that. And there was people that I think there was people over there on that platform, and this goes back to some of the things you were talking about with the troll. They did it on purpose,
Yes,
and that was
that's my whole point.
that's wrong.
my whole point.
That
They're
was
doing it
that
on
was
damn
totally
purpose.
wrong. I mean, that was if there was a black eye on Haps, that was their black eye. But sometimes I think they took action and stuff like that. Let's see, the argumentative and that's okay. It's okay to not agree with people, but some people are intentionally hurt. Oh yes, definitely, Helen, definitely. Rich, it's so, yes. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I know it still happens, Helen. I know it. I know it does. Okay. I try. I guess I'm just that type of person. If it's my broadcast, I try to avoid it. As far, well, I'm not even going to have those people in here to begin with. I'm going to have people that I really care about and talk to on my broadcast and stuff. I think over there on the previous HAPS program, they brought people up, and there's some broadcasters that facilitated. Michael Bathurst. Sometimes I think he had good intentions, but I don't think he realized he was facilitating it. And
Bathurst actually admitted last year in Twitter Spaces he apologized to everybody.
yeah, no, yes, and
He
that's
he was
stand up,
going
yes,
for the
yes,
numbers. He was trying to get things up.
and
He
you're
didn't
right.
realize how
I'm
wrong
very
it was
much
going.
fighting it alone.
He said all that
Yeah.
shit, and he admitted that. It's up there.
Yeah.
I remember I listened
Yeah.
to him. I said, oh,
No,
snap, he
Helen,
really
I don't
did
think you're
something.
fighting alone because I think my one moment in Haps, I remember, I really remember being on a this one individual that I mentioned her icon there, the flower. Um, she getting very belligerent and all that, and she's a number of times very belligerent to you more than
Rich.
okay. We're reconnecting now. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're back.
It'll take 10, 15 seconds.
You know what I'm noticing?
What's that?
That's an OBS issue more than anything.
Well, what it is, I've got drop frames going on. I got 4% drop frames. It went down to 3. Now it went up to 7. It's. I got to change my encoder setting. That's what it is. I changed it the other day for a lower setting. I think I got to go one more notch and stuff. That's where it is because everything else, the KBS is at 55. It's just the encoder in the actual app of. I think there's like 5 or 6 settings, and I've been monkeying around with that. As far as that goes. So okay? We're back. Lady says we're back. Thank you, Helen. I was just talking. I think it's an encoder issue. I got to drop my encoder one more notch again, as far as that goes, and because it's a combination. If your encoder is not set, I'm live in a rural area. It's not going to jive with the internet bandwidth available and stuff like that. So this is a good discussion. Great discussion as far as talking about this. And we just clicked over our 1 hour mark, despite the the
That was quick.
yeah, that was a good discussion though. I always have good discussions with you. I wish I could have brought you up, Helen. As far as that goes, this was an impromptu. I was just wanted to see if I could get a hold of Tony, which I can, which means I can get a hold of you, Helen, on the Twitch there. As far as the whisper, I never even thought about Twitch as a going direct message and whispering and stuff like that. So, but I'm going to go ahead and end it here. So because I don't want to take up all your time, Tony. I appreciate the time here, the hour. And Helen, thank you very much for being in the comments as always. I greatly appreciate it and stuff. And we did this a couple weeks ago when we had Helen up, which was a good. So I'll have to do that because the Saturday. Let's see, Lady Leg, no, not a problem. I had only just to step in the door. I looked like a drowned. Oh, it's rainy. It's chuckling down with rain here. Oh, okay. We we'll dry off. Okay. All right, folks. Tony, where can we find you?
Everywhere. What's up, Melanie? How you doing?
Melanie, we're just Melanie,
Yeah.
we're just getting ready to end the broadcast here. We've been on for about an hour, so you're gonna have to watch the replay. Melanie coming in from Australia there.
Follow me on Linktree, Tony D. Original. My links are up there. I'm keeping it narrow, keeping it simple. I told to do that on more than one occasion. So
Yeah, Helen
Yeah,
says
it is.
everywhere. Not again. Oh, well, you came in late too. Okay. Oh, no problem, Melanie. I'm Rich Roberts, who is taking a break from Twitter. So if you want to follow me, I'm over there. I'm on Truth Social. Google Fireman Rich. You'll see where I'm at. I have the real Fireman Rich on Facebook. For those people that don't want to check out Truth Social, I'm on Gitter, but I'm using Truth Social as my mainstay right now. I'm here on Twitch, Fireman Rich here on Twitch. It's a great place. I love it because the people here the broadcasters. I will play the replay. Thank you, Melanie. I appreciate that. We talked about Twitter, so it might be interesting. One of the things we talked about real quick was Blue Sky. Blue Sky is I think Blue Sky is very popular in Australia right now. I think that's where they set it up, but as far as from what I heard. But this is Rich Roberts, wishing you all well. Have a great one, a great afternoon, and happy birthday, happy 4th of July for all those Americans that are living overseas as far as that goes. And you all have a great one. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care,
Be good
folks.
out there.
Take care.
Learn how to talk to people.
There we go.
Oh my goodness. Got outro music and everything. I can use this.